collaboration with the Cyprus Mail, this is the Cyprus News Digest with Rosie Charalambous.
If you're a regular listener, you will know that a boatload of Syrian refugees washed up on Cyprus a couple of weeks ago, rescued off the shores of Paphos. With me is one of those refugees. Now, he prefers us not to use his real name, so we will call him Ahmed, because his family is still in Syria. Ahmed, tell me, first of all, why you decided that you needed to leave.
As everybody knows that in Syria you are regulated, you are obligated, let's say, that to serve an army after you pass 18 years old. But the thing is, I managed to, let's say, give them a paper as a permission to pass 1 year, second year of army. But the last 2 years, somehow they needed a bribe, let's say, and more money to make sure that you are not to serve them in the army. The thing is, there's no more enough of money, and we are, let's say, the police will, as soon as they find us, they will arrest us, and they send us to the army and to serve to the Bashar al-Assad government army. So how we managed by, let's say, either if we need to make sure to go to the exam for the colleague in a hidden way, or bribe the security, or give a fake ID and somehow to manage it. Unfortunately, I couldn't complete my education because of that. I ran away from city to city to manage it to the coast city, the last one, Ras al-Basit. And from that side, we managed a $6,000, let's say, for each person. And we contact the smuggler.
Do people in Syria who are in a difficult position know who to contact if they want to get out? It seems that there is a fairly well-oiled route and possibly a whole group of people who make their living by smuggling people out of the country.
True. Money talks. That's it. You have the money, you can run away wherever you want. That's it. There is all of contacts. You can make sure that this is a good smuggler, can take it to the Turkey side. They will sold everything in a cheaper way. Let's say the house we have to sold 1 million cost, they will sold it in 100,000, just to make sure that we'll have a fair amount of money just to run away.
And you, I think, your mother sold your house.
True.
And an uncle who lives abroad also loaned you some money so that you could get out. But your brother, I think, is in prison in Syria.
He is, unfortunately. He got caught by the Syrian government because he was, let's say, and somehow they managed a crime for him as supporting Free Syrian Army and blah 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 as a fake, let's say, situation for him, because he's 18 years old right now and he has no excuse, so he cannot run away as since they are obligated to serve in the army.
Right, now let's come to the boat trip. You handed over, I think, $6,000 in cash.
Imagine that, $6,000.
And you and several hundred other people got on the boat. What were your thoughts as you got on the boat? Did you think it was seaworthy?
Well, the thing is, as we contact the smuggler, either you take the $6,000, take me to Italy, or I will be dead right now in Syria. So let's say it is something unbelievable to base at 6,000, but you have a dream, let's say, since I managed to study. I want to complete my study and my education outside abroad in somewhere that it is respectful for me. I was studying civil engineering, imagine that. And in Syria there's nothing to build right now. Everything's on the floor, on the ground. The things, the 350 people that have paid 6,000 are running from this to this. Imagine you are running in a small ship, whereas 100 for my people, we were around 100 people on a small ship for fishing. From that boat, you go to another one in the middle to escape from the coast, let's say, on the police coast, let's say. And from that one also to go to that last one, the red one that you saw on the TV. We have passed, let's say, 4 hours in the first trip, 30 minutes, 1 hour to the second trip. The last trip was, okay, right now we have 350, and there's where the shock that we will go to the Italy by this boat. Imagine that he was a fishing boat. So
you knew that the boat was probably dangerous.
It is.
But you couldn't do anything at that point, of course, and I'm sure you weren't going to be given a refund.
True.
Fortunately, you were all rescued, and it didn't end up as badly as it could have, and as it does do for many thousands of refugees in the Mediterranean every year. You've applied for asylum in Cyprus. What now are you hoping to do?
The thing is, there's no money left. Either I find somehow people who I can trust here in Cyprus to, let's say, facilitate my application to be studied in a fast way, because somehow there's a lot of refugees here, African, Asian, whatever they are nationalities, and there's a huge amount of people. As a Cyprus government, they process the application in a slow way. So my hope is somehow to contact good people, let's say, who are from NGO, that can push the government to process my application in a fast way, let's say. Because right now there's no money, and I'm not allowed to work here. I will spend, let's say, 6 months here, somehow learning Greek. I manage it from the first day to learn Greek. Today was my second lesson. The thing is, there's no one will give me money for free, let's say, or for doing nothing. As a Sweden or Denmark, it supports the refugee, but here they are fall down. And
you can't get a job at the moment either.
Of course, that's the thing. So I've tried to manage either someone who has an NGO and who need a volunteer. I'm here for you. Whatever you want, I will be here for you. Only you just give me a small sandwich and a place to sleep, let's say. That's it.
And have you been given any indication as to how long it will take for your application to be processed?
The thing is, they told me I will be a recognized person for them, since I helped from the first time. They told me, since you were the person who support us and help the people to come down and go down to help them, let's say, you will be a recognized person. As soon as you finish, let's say, the medical examination, the alien book, as the procedure, the routine things, we'll make sure that your refugee status will be faster than other. So I'm hoping that the government and somehow work it as fast as possible.
But you are hoping to finish your studies.
Of course.
And what about your desire to go back to Syria? Are you still thinking that when you've finished your studies and hopefully when the situation changes and becomes calmer there, you will be able to rejoin your family?
Well, my plan is if I passed from Italy to any other European country, let's say I was planning to go to the Netherlands, Holland. There it's possible to make a family reunion. I can complete my education, I can find a job. But since I'm here right now, unfortunately, good luck, of course, I'm alive, but unfortunately there's nothing here to be optimistic as it. So the thing is, I will manage in somehow a visa paper, let's say, an internship to outside government or something like that, so I can make sure my family, if it's possible, since I have no money right now, and they also don't have the money to travel abroad, and after that, I will make sure that their life is better than what they have been in Syria.
And have you spoken to your mother since you arrived? Presumably you've been able to tell her that you're safe. What did she say to you?
Imagine from the first moment I took, hello mom, she told me, okay, I know you're okay. I have seen you in the news. I know you're a good person, you know, I know you can speak English and you can manage yourself. Okay, so mom, you need to ask me anything? No, okay, I know you're okay right now. Imagine that. So she was somehow in a calm situation, but she needed to make sure that if you need any money, I will manage it. Imagine, mother. So I will try to sort another thing, anything that's possible for me, my cold, anything. So please mom, okay, right now I can eat, I can sleep in a free place, let's say. As soon as I need anything from you, I will contact you. As soon as possible for you to come to me, also I will contact you. So, you know.
But she's not likely to leave your brother in prison in Syria, is she?
That's the situation. That's the problem. We have a brother in prison, and mother. She needs to make sure that he's alive at least.
Let's talk, if we may, about the treatment that you received in Cyprus. You were all taken initially to a camp in Kokinotrimithia, where I think they put up tents. I know that calls went out from NGOs for blankets, quilts, clothing and so on. Were the reception facilities adequate? How did you feel as well to be suddenly in a situation where you were actually locked in? People were not allowed to come and visit, although now they're bussing you out for the day, but you still have to go back there at night.
Thing is, majority of these people are, let's say 80% of them are Palestinian, Syrian, so they know the situation to live in a tent. They are people who has let's say they are citizens without a country, so they know the situation. From the first time they were shocked and everybody opened his mouth. What? I'm gonna live in a tent again? Imagine that. We try to convince them, guys, this is a temporary situation. The thing is, Cyprus government do an amazing job. Imagine that. The camp was planned to be finished at Monday, but we arrived on Friday. So in 3 days they managed the food, they managed the extra blanket, the Red Cross managed the extra clothes for the babies. But the thing is, since we were, let's say, in a military area, let's say, the look of the camp, it looks like you are in a prison, but in a high quality prison, let's say. You have the food, you have that place to rest, but the things, let's say, the quality of the tents, since it's prepared for the military situation, it's not, because we have an old mama and a big ladies also, people who have, let's say, back pain.
But the conditions were okay?
It is. We are surprised by the condition that they are able to do an amazing job in this small and earlier time.
Finally, your hope for the future?
My application be persistent faster than it's possible, and somehow to be legal, stay here in 3 months, volunteer, let's say, have a place to eat something small, to sleep. What I wish is to, let's say, the government find an easy and fast solution for them. Because they, let's say, to be honest, they somehow, they promised us on Monday today, send the 350 who are not applied for the asylum, send them to the migration and civil registration for the permanent residents. This paper somehow will persist the people to find other solution than Cyprus.
Well, that was Ahmed, as we called him, one of the refugees off the Syrian ship rescued off Cyprus recently.